What's up, Hippo lovers? Mr. Yo against Miguel. Another best of 7 should be a pretty close series between those RM Titans here in the Deathmatch World Cup qualification stage. We're starting off with Team Random and are looking into a Vikings War. Archer range start here from Mr. Yo, followed up by some barracks and one castle, 2 siege workshops. On the other side, Mr. Miguel sitting over here, and he will play 3 castles, 1 stable even, 3 archer ranges, and 5 barracks himself. We are fighting for all that gold in the center here on Gold Rush. Capture Age indeed providing us with the best stats possible. Do they even know DM, or will they play like RM? Mr. Yo was an absolute beast during War is Coming in DM, and Miguel even won a deathmatch tournament. The Uprising together with Brew and Rubenstock. So, yeah. Both with reasonable seats as well. Oh, nice sneaky attack here by Mr. Yo. Getting at least 2 villagers, make that 3. Bottom right tells us that's even 4 villagers sniped already. That champion won't have the greatest field day though. Gets 2 volleys in his face. Some nice counter attack over here at the left hand side. No real attack through the center at the moment. More on the shenanigans of moving around. Both players trying to take some hill advantages here. He was born in Hipposville, Hippo Land. He migrated on Hippo back all the way to Germany, where he lives with his pet hippo. If only, man. You're describing my dream. Okay, lots of army by both players here. And very champion heavy is Mr. Miguel against all those Abeles and Scorpions. Shouldn't really do too much. At the moment, I like the army composition of Mr. Yo a bit more. And as we can see, solid openings from both players here. This should be a pretty close series and pretty high level games. As you all know, the winner of the series will go into the Gold League. The loser will have to try and fight off in the Silver League, fighting for the over $2K prize pool. Abeles now doing some solid job here in the back. And okay, Rams dying at the front. Not a lot of siege left for Mr. Yo either. Abeles need to run away from the onagers. Massive amount of onagers here in the back. Traps are firing as well. Going for some repair on the castles here. Yo, 20 population ahead. Both with the same amount of 22 villagers at the moment. A bit more army at the moment for Mr. Yo. Quite a lot of idle army behind this. And now that the castle dies, he might see it again. Oh, some nice snipe there against the onagers. Snipes 2, snipes maybe 3. Right clicks that, and well, he is surviving. But not a lot of army left on the hill there. Onagers dying at Miguel's side as well. Can he connect with more? Bows dropping heavily in population. What are we building here? Another castle, but 4 traps out. This is going to be a tricky one. Small pause here. Both players sitting with their hill, both having enough control over the gold if they just defend the hills of themselves. Also would love to push in a bit further. I don't see Miguel's castle surviving for too long if we just get the traps over here. But for now, nicely positioned, and Miguel, he has the good traps out himself. No repair on that trap. Seems like Miguel can hold this one for now at least. Berserk's now moving forward. Wanting to crush those traps. 1 at the left hand side will go down for sure. I can see 5 traps overall though. Just a small pause. Let's see. Eco in the back. Kind of shabby. It is tricky, right? So much microing going on at the front to get everything rolling in the back as well. Castle indeed will fall. Kind of as we predicted. Uh-oh, army count now 75 to 40. Miguel running out of resources here or what? No, he has solid amount of wood food and still some gold in there as well. But the massive amount of siege of Mr. Yo now pushing the castles didn't help. Miguel has enough stone for another castle but would lose his castle. And Miguel in some troubles here. Just having too many champions in my opinion for the early fights. And now the traps of Mr. Yo are pushing. Ooh, some lags here. I think that is wobbly at the moment. Now moving forward. Still some patrolling here on the hill. Pop 140 for Mr. Yo. And Onagers might get some solid connections. Let's take a look. Oh god, Miguel is moving back. And Yo, that's a strong army by him. Now moving forward to get those siege workshops done as well. We'll be breaking middle of the tournament. Well, there's always one tournament. There's always a chance for Booby to break. Camping on the hill. Gold control. Not that pretty for Miguel, honestly. Is that the gold? Yes, it is. Onager shot is a good one. Can we see another connection? Oh boy, that's pretty good. That's exactly what Miguel needs. And he is following this one up with even more connections. Can we get a good ground attack here? A solid one. And that was beautiful for Miguel, trying to allow himself to get the comeback rolling, but it's not looking too pretty. I think he is too far behind, and Onager numbers now down to 2. Castle numbers, let's take a look. It will be 2 against 5, and all the gold control on the side of Mr. Yo. Only having the starting golds that are very limited here for Miguel, and he needs to GG this one. So many more Berserkers and Arbalest in the production tab as well. I think Miguel did go for too many champions here, and then against Mass Scorpions and Arbalest couldn't really take the fights. Maybe 1 or 2 unfortunate castles on the bottom of the hill instead of building them on the hill. Made it a bit more tricky for him as well. Yo, with an incredible production, did get onto enough berserks and the siege workshops early enough. As we can see, Miguel with the siege workshops a bit more forward instead of close by. G to the G. Mr. Yo is taking the 1-0 lead here. Deathmatch World Cup number 2. Then launching the next game. And Yo will take this one 4-0. Let's see. It will be the home map and home civ for Miguel now. Yo used sauna power? Did he? Did nearly play already? I'm playing after the series. It's scheduled for roughly 18 GMT. We will see when we will start. I think it should be 18 GMT because other casters are around as well to cast the series. So even if Commander and I are ready, we would wait a bit. Your queues are empty when you resign. Yeah, that's true. That's why sometimes you're floating a lot of resources after you resigned. That's like the typical thing when I resign when I play 1v1 and then people are coming over. Nearly, you resigned although you had 2k gold in the bank. Thanks, Backseat Gamer 123. Who won the first World Cup? Quendy True. Second place was Jitbird. Third place was Orkut, the code. Fourth place was Praxis. Hera against Code is going to be a 6-6 series. Oh man. Oh man. Hera probably the worst seed we did. He's so much better than his seed. What did we give him? 30? Jitba never transitioned to the new civilizations properly. When was the first World Cup? I think 3 years ago. So retired? Yeah, kind of. Kind of that. still doing some troll posts in the forums. Do our hammers handle slower civs or faster civs better? Slower civs. Yesterday, Viper eats Hera for breakfast in DM. 4 games in like 20 minutes. Sick. Hera beat Kellen and me before. What's your favorite DM civ to play? I don't really know. I have a lot of them that I hate. At the moment, maybe I like Goth the most. Nikov, did you lose versus Rage already? That's going to be a good series as well. Honestly, Nikov is on a roll as well. We didn't see that much from Rage. Nikov against Rage is happening. Let me see. I think tomorrow as well, right? Nikov against Rage tomorrow, 20 GMT. Tomorrow will be sick day as well. Code Hera before that, and Zeriab LAN to start off the day. What's the worst DM civ? Tough to say. There's always a civilization that you're winning against. We always play mirror, right? My least favorite DM civ. Maybe Teutons? Yeah, Teutons are very stalematey. But I still got them for the winner bracket finals. Kellen really hated me for that. Okay, jumping into game number 2, home map and home civ for Miguel. Let's see what he's going for. And oh boy, he goes for a tricky map and a tricky civilization as well. We're looking into Sand Maze. And yeah, as you all know, we can dock in the center here. And we're playing Magias. We have the triple stable opening from Miguel. On the other side, we have the triple stable opening from Mr. Yo as well. Rushing out to the dock here is Mr. Yo. Interesting approach. And he instantly goes for the demos, which aren't heavy. Where does Christ fit into top DM players? I think he would be like seed 15 at the moment. But yeah, he had a run where he was maybe top 5 in the world. Okay, now going for demos, going for galleons as well. Miguel on his own home map. Playing this very much like Arabia. Completely ignoring the water at the moment. Interesting. Why did he pick that home map then? Sending first village on to gold, although he only has houses till 45. Now 55. Okay. Loses some villagers. Already 2 down here. Now goes for the counterattack. Should maybe get some kills here. Needs 3 hits, 1 down. Tries to go for some stuff at the top as well. Oh god, this is a pretty bloody one. 6 villager kills already. Paladin's blocking that gold here. And, well, Mr. Yo with more water control at the moment. Or, not more water control, but water control at all. Another villager going down. Makes it 6 villager kills to 5 villager kills. Both players heavily slowed down here. We have Miguel at soon pop 60. Yo still struggling a bit. As you can see, massive amount of barracks in the back. Not used yet. Quote unquote only 4 archery ranges. With Magias, we probably want to see more there. He was playing 6 archery ranges, 5 stables, and only 1 barracks. Interesting. Oh. So many wilds died this day. Bible thump. Similar populations, but water control against no water control. Cannon galleons now queued up as well here. Solid raid into the gold here. Meanwhile, Yo is getting his T3s up uncontested here. Solid raid. 8 villagers already down for Miguel. He's down to 7 villagers at the 7-minute mark. And that's even more villagers going down. Hallelujah. 10 villagers going down. He's down at 6 villagers now. This is really rough for him. I think Yo looks pretty damn sexy in this one. Miguel now has a big land army. Let's take a look. Galleons are still dealing a lot of damage. Halberdiers now taking this fight. Gold efficiency should be on Miguel's side. But all the galleons doing so much damage, and there's not a lot of stuff shooting at those. Some CAs in the back, but as we mentioned earlier, only 4 archery ranges. Raid at the side not really happening. Meanwhile, we have a lot of villager production behind this, mainly CA. And Magia Hassa now from Miguel. Nearly using pretty every 1 and 2 minutes. Yeah, I have a mirror next to me. And sometimes I don't know what to say, I just look at the mirror. And what do I see? Something pretty. More archer ranges now. Up to 7 it is. And oh god, cannon galleons uncontested there at the top. Castle at 1.8k HP at the moment. Some beautiful raid in the back though. Oh god, how can you contest all those galleons? I don't really see the winning chance here for Miguel. Goes on to a lot of CA. Has 54 of them. Will be enough though. Not fighting too well against galleons, obviously. Cannon galleons lost. Pretty move by him. Oh, some nice raids at the top. Waiting host. Seems like it's lagging a bit here still on Wobbly. Some issues. Now rushing out the monastery. And Miguel is he trying to take this engagement. Looks like it. Some rams in the front could help. Now mixes in some paladins. Feels like Miguel is cleaning house here, but lost 2 castles as well. Meaning his house for now 130 out of 130. While Yo is playing with 150, both with very low villager numbers. Halberdiers now moving forward. Seems like, oh yeah, barracks added by Yo here. And he's getting pushed back. Miguel is holding on, but with 30 less population. That's going to be a sneaky castle, man. Oh boy. Uh-oh, demos could be big here. We now have the dock approach by Miguel as well. Demo connections here at the top are happening, but not the most important thing. Seems like Miguel is holding for now. Resources for him. A bit more wood. And still a bit more stone left. Quite surprising. After he already lost 2 castles, but he didn't build any castles at the side. Is Yo not seeing this? Is Miguel not seeing it? He is. Now the defensive castle here. Villagers are dying and some army was sent behind there, but a bit late. Let's take a look. Demo connection not really happening. And oh boy, this is an ugly raid. Miguel in a world of pain here. 60 population behind. And Magia Hassa raid is coming in as well. Going for some halberdiers to defend this, but the big problem is the top because the castle is up, and that's one of the extra gold spots. The other extra gold spot at the very top here, so fair distribution, and Miguel not going for the other one. You can see Yo going for the raid, leaves 1 Magia Hassa there if Miguel wanted to go for the gold later on. Demo connection here not happening so far, blocked a bit in the back. Galleon. Such a beautiful addition for sure. You see how I said beautiful instead of pretty? Maybe some lag Brazil against China as well. Megahasa could snipe that trap. Oh yeah, and with the extra damage, that should be pretty easy. Snack! And could run away, but he lets them die. Honorable death. After they did their job. Megahasa could stop this now. No, is on the wrong side, so needs to run around. But might get some kills. Still CA around, Megahasa as well. And the Galleon control for Mr. Yo just so incredibly good. And yeah, we are getting the kill here. Although, Megahasa needs... How many hits does he need? 4 hits. That's 13 damage. Miguel at pop 140. Mr. Yo sitting at a solid 190 at the moment. Is he gonna farm out of the map? With that TC? Ah yeah, Boer TC indeed. But this time it makes sense because we have wood and gold there. But yeah. The farmer outside of the map himself. Coming over here, Halberdier, NCA. Solid composition for sure. And we have 3 traps around, 1 down now. Raid at the side should be stopped though. Defensive castle here and enough Megahasa to deal with it. Yo, he is preserving his gold quite nicely. Look at that, massive amount of resources for him in the bank. Quite a laggy game for them. Demo connection. Normal demos though against fast fire ships. Not the biggest thing ever. Although now how clumped up they are, we could see something. Even trades. Miguel struggling to stay over pop 140 is only at 65 villagers, although he's sitting at how many TCs? I think I can see 4 at least. Now picks up a relic, wants to go and get that gold, but that shouldn't really work. Not a single villager queued up, as we can see. Now queues up 7, we'll put him at 69. That's not enough, my friend. Fighting against 123, completely maxed out Mr. Yo, who's now even going for that gold at the side. Blocking that TC still. Another go here through the center. And, well, we have another dock by Miguel, who's still sitting pretty strong with his Halberdier and CA. Fighting okayish against all the Megahasa at this time. Speaking of Megahasa, they're doing some solid work against all those villages. Defensive castle coming up here. And it seems like the castle of Mr. Yo is falling. And therefore the whole aggression there. Miguel stabilizing at the left-hand side, but right-hand side. We have the next castle around the corner. Mr. Yo preparing another go everywhere. And, well, that's an ambitious castle by Miguel. That's a funny one. Yo completely not seeing it, although he has a lot of army at the left-hand side. The go at the bottom there. But, well, that castle out of his vision. Oh, we can even see the 84%. Funny. 82 villagers dead in this game already from Miguel. So he did produce a reasonable amount, but needed to reproduce after getting raided over and over again. Halberdiers now shouldn't really do too much against that amount of Magia, Recurve Bow, heavy CA. Galleon numbers now. The goal of Mr. Yo shouldn't really work out though. Another TC at the top. Miguel kind of stabilizing at that side, but the next attack is around the corner. Relic count at the bottom, 1, 2, 1. We have 2 relics at that side and 1 relic over here. Another castle, and oh boy, honestly, this might even be the knight's trap. A weird waypoint. How did that happen? Snacking the relic away is Mr. Yo. Not as tricky as the snake earlier today, but surely a sick move. And well, that castle will be denied as well. We are stuck at 98.5%. Oh, Gordy. Oh, Miguel. I'm not sure how much it would have done anyways, because he has no army to protect it, but ay. That really hurts. And it's not like he has so much breathing room, although he's getting some raids in at the top now. Nice move by him for sure. But, well, he really would have loved to have that castle going up. Oh, now sends more villagers over. Good luck, guys! You did the castle! Congratulations! Oh. But meanwhile, he took a good fight against all the CA at that side and is pushing the top. It feels like Miguel is doing a lot of right moves at the moment, trying to stabilize in here. Still lacking some of his gold though. Used up all of that. Is he having any more gold income? It does not look like it. Very problematic for him. Needs to stay onto Magia Hasa mainly then. But yeah, only one villager queued up at the moment. Pop 127. Let's take a look. What is his gold income? He at the moment has 30 gold. That should be the one relic, right? And that's it. Yo could go for that gold now as well. So the nice move at the top. Defensive castle by our Chinese. Trying to defend this. Could also go for cannon galleons. Still has some galleons around. Goes for another castle at the top. Relic count 2 to 1. Those two still not taken. And yo, just with the stranglehold, has so much map control. Although, Miguel, as I said, he's doing a lot of stuff right. It was like pop 190 against 110. And he recovered quite nicely. Has okayish resources as well. Not comparable to the 16k wood of Mr. Yo though, who is getting another attack at the top. Only one ram though, no traps around, and paladins. Okay. Oh, Miguel. Is that really the unit he wants to go for? Apparently it is. Traps getting sniped at that side as well. Castle will survive, and Miguel is running out of options, not having any gold income anywhere. The stranglehold would continue from Mr. Yo. Relic advantage for him, and the forward would have been done pretty soon as well. Mr. Yo is taking the home map of Miguel here, who truly went for an interesting approach. Picking Magyar and Sand Maze, and then not going for the water at all. And at one point, fighting against like a solid 25-30 galleons here, while the two land armies were crushing against each other. Not really what I wanted to see. Well, Miguel surely had a plan behind this, and now Yo can decide the map and the civilization. Yo sent like his 6th villager. Yeah, he went pretty early. Yeah. When did we see that? Wasn't it the Tattoo series where he instantly lost that villager? How come no walls in this tourney? It's just too campy. If you can wall all the sides, put onagers behind it, it's tricky to break, and we want aggressive games. That's why we went for no wall mod in this tournament. Can you show the cup trophy? That one you mean? Can you build on the sand? No, you cannot. How do galleons compare to scorps in damage to army? Worse, but they have way more HP and cost significantly less gold. Scorpion costs 75 gold. A galleon costs 30 gold. And the accuracy is pretty high, and they have 160 HP. And movability is so much better as well. So if you want to have, if you have endless amount of resources and want to go for damage, go for the Scorpion. But if you want to stay cost efficient, galleon is better. Caravel could be interesting, yeah. Why is it called World Cup? Are there AoE tourneys restricted to single nations? No. Yeah, I heard Christ Walls were reason they were banned. No. It's more how Roomstock and I view DM and how we in the old days played DM and felt this shouldn't be good. When is round number 2? Scheduling is open after they've played. Need to mark Viper versus Jordan in calendar. Well, it won't happen before Tuesday, because both of them are in Leipzig at a party. Do you know an alternative build order if you can't find the boar? Push deer. But you should always find your boar. 4-day party, if not longer. Eddie, hello, 17 months. Seeing his Heresy team member not performing too well so far. Going down 0-2 already. I will be in Leipzig as well. That's why you will have to see the DM World Cup over at T90s this weekend. Or at MEMS, or Demisred, or Lidacor. Those are your stops to go on Saturday and Sunday. MBL will play, Praxis will play, who got 4th last DM World Cup, and Winchester versus Bruh. Winchester, winner of the Silver League last time. We count on me? Oh boy. Under pressure. Dim, 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 da, 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 dim. MBL was able to schedule. One more bad word, and it would have been an admin win for his opponent. No, I can't find always the boar because I'm 90% blind and it's very hard to see it. Well, then alternative build order with deer pushing will be even trickier for you. Depends on where you live. Eye surgery might be an option. But thanks for trying. Would you say you are a better Age of Empires player than Memp in his prime? Memp in his prime was basically unbeatable. So, since I'm beatable, no way. Oh god, Memp's prime. There's still songs sung about that. Okay, jumping into home map of Mr. Yo, and his civilization choice is Japanese on Ghost Lake. We're starting off with 2 barracks and 4 archery ranges. The first light cap already doing quite a lot of damage. Quite annoying here. Mr. Yo will lose 1 villager. Might lose 2 villagers. No, saved there in the last second. On the other side, the Hussar was killed quite nice and easily. 4 barracks and 6 archery ranges by Miguel. Whew, we'll see. Memp hasn't reached his prime yet. He is going to win ECL 4. Sick. Okay, thanks for the spoiler. Are there any docking opportunities here? Nope. This is purely land-based without the chance to attack the center. Scorpion's now being added by Mr. Yo. I'm actually a fan of onagers. Interesting to see that by him. Solid build-up for sure. We'll get 2 defensive castles up. TC at the gold. Japanese war, obviously one of the slower ones, and we could be in for a long game. Because it's tricky to kill your opponent without any siege ramps. champions and arbalists move slowly as well. We shouldn't see a lot of villager snipes. 1-1 at the moment. And the snipes. Another villager going down. Miguel actually ahead by 25 population here. Snipes more villagers, but we have some kills on the other side as well. Main gold spot being harassed here, and some moves here at the left hand side as well. So nice Kansas shuffle. You're gonna love MBL. Yeah, was a ballsy comment. Miguel with an interesting patrol here. Shouldn't really achieve too much. Unless he gets around the left-hand side quite a bit. Now some harassment here at the right-hand side. Castle might die and not be cancelled. Let's take a look. That army should just die, but instant reaction by Miguel. Good job here, and actually kills more of Mr. Yo. Fight for the right-hand side will start now. We have the extra gold spot there, 2 relics to fight war. And the other extra gold spot is... oh, at the very top here. That's pretty good for Miguel here. On the home civ and map of Yo. Having that left-hand side castle, probably should get it. Surprised by the low amount of siege in the center. Only one onager not really shooting. Abel doing good job from behind. All the infantry at the front is dying. More samurai are coming over. The castle is dead though. We have some relics being picked off. That seems like Miguel is winning that fight at that side. Meanwhile, Yo is winning the fight in the center. Traps trying to run. Samurais are getting sniped down by all the obelisks. Good job here by Mr. Yo defending this. 20 villager or 20 population lead for him. Big fight over at the right hand side. Missed by me as well. Stone absolutely at the limit by Mr. Miguel. Quite surprising to me. No one used the market. Miguel with only 4 castles and lost all his stone already. Interesting. Must have lost several castles then already. Traps 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going down. Abelest in the back still doing quite some damage, but Miguel needs to retreat. Next attack at the side not really happening, so that castle was destroyed for sure, not cancelled. 2k stone in the bank for Mr. Yo. Now builds another castle, using some of it at least. Samurais are coming over. Onager connections in the center, not really happening. Okay, now against some samurais, and it is tricky to get a significant advantage here quite quickly. Miguel 15 population ahead. More samurais in production. Oops, close connection, solid hit now. Marvelous Samurai, the unit choice at the moment. Onager count not that high. Can we see a good connection? Not happening. How many siege workshops does Yo have? Only 1 at the moment. On the other side we have 2. Samurai is now trying to take the fight. Can we see the big bada booms? Onager is getting a good shot in. Now we can see pop 200 against 160. Military count getting completely out of hand. 95 against 51. Traps unpacking, and moving forward here. This is looking good for Miguel. He does not want to go down. 3-0 in this one. He's attacking the back castle now. Arbalest numbers are looking solid. We can see mainly Arbalest in production. Onager against that short distance. We could see a big connection. Pop 180 against Pop 140. Maybe focusing down the siege workshop. Isn't doing it for now. Onager shot wasn't that efficient. Traps, well, we're unpacking, but yeah, now shooting again. Cutting down those towers. The castle still 4 alive. Pop 140 to 170. The push continues. As you can see, more armies coming over. Mainly traps at the moment. Completely out of food are both players in this one. Onager shot is not connecting. The splits against this. Oh, but a solid one behind this. And the castle is surviving. Still 3 traps. And now he is going back. Loses another one. And another one. Oh, God. Was trying to flee with 2, but lost both of them. Right-hand side control for Mr. Yo. Although he's super unprotected. Shouldn't really happen either, in my opinion. Whew. Yeah, Wobbly is having some issues. That's why we are not having the smoothest of games here. Same population at the moment. Rally count 4 by Mr. Yo behind this. And Miguel will get that one in the long run. But sweet move by Mr. Yo. Getting everything behind this. And oh, Miguel unpacking too quickly. Not getting the kill there. Villagers dying at the top. The tower won't go up. Nice move here by Miguel for sure. And snipes another castle. Castle count will be 5-3. And then we won't have a lot of samurais push through the center. Let's take a look how efficient that is going to be. Onager numbers of Miguel. Only at 2 at the moment, right? 2 onagers against 4 from Mr. Yo. The castle needs to be repaired. Miguel with a solid amount of stone though. Traps could move forward. Interesting game. Maybe switching to one of the tournament lobbies might improve things. I would be surprised. Yo, even stuck at 165. Snacking that relic. Putting it down into the other very exposed monastery. Bit surprised by that. Will most likely lose the castle and the monastery after that. 165 out of 145. Will clear up those 3 traps though. Samurai go now into that food eco. Where are the traps? We have a lot of traps in production. But okay, 5 out. 2 more coming up behind this. 145 out of 165. Going back is Mr. Miguel. Sending traps over the center of the field. 116 pitches for him. 92 on the other side for Mr. Yo. Oh, that castle probably shouldn't go up with all the samurais around, but that also means there's not a lot of buffer in front here. And Yo losing quite a lot of Arbalest. Oh god, there was 7 Arbalest going down without a single return kill. Now doing some damage against the traps there as well. Onager out. Let's take a look. Do we see some splits? Maybe samurais moving forward. Pop limit against 160. And the Onager didn't get any proper connections. That's a lot of traps out. We see another Jasama tower. Damage output should be pretty massive here. Lots of villagers going down. Yo with the defensive castle as well. And Miguel is running while he's pushing at the front. Onager connection wasn't there. Let's take a look. Jasama tower should deal with that one. Indeed he does. And that's a lot of traps out. Now moving forward. I think he could have kept the 5 at the front as well. And oh, maybe going back a bit might be an option. Trap is going... Tower is going down. Whew. What's your opinion on CA in Japanese Mirror? We will see that a lot once we get to the high level games. Cavaliers aren't that great. Halberdiers will just eat them alive. Especially Japanese halberdiers. And since they don't have +4, arbalists are performing reasonably well against them as well. Sneaky move by Miguel, moving his traps around, will snag another castle, will lose a tower in exchange though. Military count, very even for both players. Miguel just leading with his villager numbers. Go at the top. T-Knight for now. Miguel got this. Honestly think it's pretty even, and Yo has 4 relics as well. Miguel just lost a lot of his traps. I honestly would even predict Yo is taking this one. But it is very even. Let's take a look what Miguel's go can achieve here. Using a lot of his stone. Towers are going down. Traps are going down as well. Those villagers at the front are dying. Both players with massive amount of idle villagers. Samurais. Oh boy, this is a poor engagement. Mr. Yo, and he's losing his traps at the top as well. Maybe Miguel can finish it. I didn't think that Yo would be so out of position, dropping down to pop 130. Now only we need to see the traps added by Miguel to finish out the game. Right hand side is stopped as well, and we have some PowerPoint stoppage here from the players. Rams are going down as well. Massive amount of samurais being produced by Yo. He's still sitting at over 10k wood. Villagers, let's take a look. Do they die against the arbalists? And, well, no, the other way around. Castle with an incredible range there. Really surprised by that. Another trap going down. Push at the right hand side, not really happening. Both players heavily dropping. Down to pop 140 is Miguel as well. Oh man, what a committal. Extra gold spot though for Yo. And we said it several times. 4 relics to none. Miguel still did not take his relic. Food would be solid to sell. Wood still not at the minimum as well. Oh. Give me the ground attack. What's happening here? Oh god, it has to lag so much. Miguel with some problems. Some ground attacks he always hits if he plays against Europeans. Brazil against China. And the wobbly lag at the moment makes it a bit tricky. So much info with this new stuff. Well, that's what it is here for. Lots of wood still left, so we don't need to think about that. Whew, there was so many traps going down here, both very low with their gold. How much gold do we have left? That's 200. That's 200. Okay, both players will be out of gold pretty soon. Oh god, this is a nice move through the center. Defensive towers are coming up, and that could be for that relics slash like, oh god, but a lot of dead samurais before that, or ungarrisoned relics first. Mills are dying as well. Market might be denied, and that's a nice go. No answer by Mr. Yo, and this is the move. Maybe if Miguel just prepared 4 monks now, that could just seal the deal for him, but he is going for the big samurai go first. Pop 200 for him. He is going through the center and pushing. Samurai is dealing with this quite nicely. Miguel, what is he doing? Building a monastery next to this? This is so ballsy. Spamming in more samurais over here. 15 samurais in production. Goes for the next market. Can Mr. Yo sell in time? No, the market goes down. Pop 100 for him against 200. And Miguel is looking great here. And he's going for the kill. Military is streaming into the eco, and oh man, losing the relics there at the top, and the nice go by Miguel. He had the aggression for so long. Oh man, Yo just lost his army too poorly here over at the side of Miguel. He is taking map number 3, making it open series. 2-1 now. And we have a lot of fast civilizations to come up. And Miguel, he is pretty solid on hunts on Arabia. So interested to see what's happening next. Yo, 12k wood in the end, and market price, well, was at the bottom, now at the end. Miguel 3-2. Take over, boys. You better get some coffee, indeed. Okay. So, Hunts War on GA coming up next. Should be a pretty wild one. The fastest of all civilizations. Oh, I just remember. Oh, I always thought Clemenza would pick Hunts War on GA against me, but he can't. It's already a setting. Oh, okay. Guess who's here? Nearly understanding his own tournament. Well, luckily in time, right? Guys, let me be confused. If you making fun of me, of being dumb, results into me not sharing my thoughts anymore. And then I get really scared. Like, oh, do I want to say that? Might make me look dumb. Then I don't. So insecure, yeah. Twitch chat is just an endless treadmill of humiliation. It doesn't matter what you do, probably. Oh damn, just noticed that I actually missed the Viper series. Was it good? No. Had some fun moments, but yeah. There were better series. Like both series yesterday were better. This series could be better. And the series tomorrow will be really good. Oh god. The series tomorrow will be so good, I believe. Can't wait for Snake vs. Jordan. You have to. Who's your favorite in this tournament, nearly? Well, I did the seeding and had Viper as seed number 1. So, that is kind of your answer. Viper is the favorite. Okay, we're jumping into game number 4. GA Hunts War coming up. Capture Age is providing us with all the beauties here. And let's take a look. Up in store for us, we have the triple stable opening. Oh, what? Double stable and 1 barracks into 4 barracks, 5 barracks, 4 stable. We have the 6 barracks and 4 stable opening, followed by 7 archery ranges here and some harassment at the start. Shouldn't really get too much done. Villagers actually a lot on the 1 building here. Or 2 villagers on 1 building. Something you really want to avoid. You always want to have 1 villager working on 1 building. Some Naruto Rangers for Mr. Yo as well. Interesting how he's developing to the front instead of the back. The hill in the back obviously kind of hurts his building placement. Very mirror matchy so far. Now the first wave of paladins is arriving to potentially get some villager kills. And if I say potentially, I mean guaranteed villager kills. 2 villagers dead already from Mr. Yo. 2 on the side of Miguel as well. But those are exposed at the front. Paladins there trying to send them into the TC. 1 down, 3 in the TC now. And some moving to the left-hand side, trying to get control over that hill. It's going to be a tricky one. Oh god, Miguel with a really bad gold spot here at the front. Something I didn't see yet. So he needs to play this very aggressively. And well, Yo could maybe take that hill. 10 more population for him at the moment. Mirror every game? Yes. Extra gold there at the side. Miguel trying to control all that area. Both with 130 military now. Paladins taking the fight against the Halberdiers without a lot of CA support. Miguel taking a horrible fight in my opinion. Paladins at the top eating some damage. While the CA are very exposed here. Splitting them up really didn't help him. Oh god, this is so costly for him. And I think, Yo, can he maybe snowball this one? Maybe not. Was losing quite a bit as well. And paladin numbers of Miguel were looking better. Still no one used the market here so far. And I'm a bit surprised by those prices. It should be 85. So they don't include guilds at the moment. For Nbrain in the chat, market prices are wrong. Maybe we need a market to confirm that. Okay, now it's 4 siege works here at the front, going on to gold. That looks pretty solid as well. Defense here, and Miguel, he's holding this area. Pop 150 against Pop 130. He's getting some stuff done. Still no one used the market so far, and the push through the center. Miguel. He has way better gold army, right? Oh no, 43%. So there's some Halberdiers around that I didn't see yet. Production all streaming to the front and now really getting onto the gold here. Doesn't have a lot of villagers working at the moment. 37 queued up though, and now he has the hill advantage. It just feels like the army of Mr. Yo isn't that scary compared to Miguel's here. So many CA around, and Miguel, he's really getting the numbers out there. Getting the food way lower as well, and that is a nice push by him. The Rams earlier from Mr. Yo didn't do too much. Paladin support wasn't there. Now the traps dying at the front as well. Miguel, 30 population ahead here. He might even out the series after going down to 0. Siege workshop for him at the front. Those TCs not really working. 12 villagers queued up here. 1 now at the other TC. And we have 10 and 7. So he's slowly getting there. Press Control 8 in heavy fights. Okay, I will. And you can see all the HP. Obviously, it's misleading because the Rams have so much more HP, so it's not the real firepower. But yeah, you will see the HP on the army for sure. Pop 160 against 100. Miguel is going for the kill. He is at 110 military to 50, so nice lead for him there. And well, just gets more castles up, more siege workshops as well. Is looking pretty damn sexy here. More TCs for him. Could use his food a bit better. What are we having at the left hand side? Okay, Yo's thinking about relics already. Miguel has 1, and we're still fighting for the other ones. Let's take a look. Can Yo snag this one quickly? Seems like yeah, he can. He's running away there. Those Tarkans are running into the next castle. Shouldn't really get too much done. And what an interesting monastery placement by Miguel. Oh man. Uh-oh, big ram go by Mr. Yo here at the top, though. Nice raid here with the Paladins, getting some villager kills in there. Yo already lost 18 villagers this game, 10 villager kills against Miguel. 180 against 140, CA at the top. We have 4 traps shooting here against the traps of Mr. Yo. Should be an easy battle for Miguel, sniping the market at the front as well. There was some stuff being sold. CA Paladin production. Meanwhile, Yo is going for Tarkin mainly. Look at that. 16 Tarkins queued up now. I need to say solid Paladin or Halberdier numbers. Probably Paladin numbers for Miguel to battle that out. Pop 170 against 150. Yo is stabilizing here. It felt like for one moment Miguel should have finished this game. Miguel indeed getting warm in this series. Not a lot of farmers working at the moment. Rally count 2-2. This one is the neutral one still in the center. Uh-oh, that's a lot of paladins now. Those rams won't do too much more. And let's take a look. The castle should be helping out from Miguel quite a bit in this fight. That's a lot of CA at a point where maybe paladins is the better option. Traps over here at the right hand side. Well, somewhat protected there with the halberdiers. Some of them could go down. 3 still survive. And the go, I think, could be stopped. But the castle is falling behind this. Miguel still holding on. It is all about the gold control here in the center. Hill still slight advantage for Miguel. 2 traps will go down. Nice snipe here by Mr. Yo at the side. Massive CA numbers clashing against each other. What's your playstyle on DM? I have no idea. Hey, yo, Tado! Congratulations on making it to the Gold League in the Deathmatch World Cup. We are looking into Deathmatch World Cup qualification stage as well. At the moment, Miguel against Mr. Yo. We are at game number 4. And, well, Hunt's War is on the menu. That's why we see massive amount of CA clashing against each other. That means whoever has more rams should have the advantage. But paladins being produced to deny those rams. That's a ballsy castle with 4 traps out already. I think that one shouldn't go up for too long. Needs to repair that quite heavily. Paladins at the top are dealing with that. Small hill advantage by Miguel here as well. Sniping the trap first, and now the castle should be next. Tarkans are being mixed in, but look at that. So many castles firing behind this. I think Yo is overextending here, and congratulations. How long that castle was up, and yeah, that didn't really make too much sense. Relic count. Oh, someone just snagged the relic out of the center. Oh, it was Mr. Yo. So will be 3 relics for Mr. Yo and 2 for Miguel. Extra gold spots were 1 over here and the other one was over here. So that's overall even as well. Castle needs to be repaired. Similar villager numbers. Military advantage by 40 though. On the side of Miguel. Oh, there's a horrible fight for Yo. Needs to go back. Castle needs to be repaired as well. 2 traps went down, but still 2 traps alive. I think Miguel can just patrol this one in. I think Miguel can finish the game here. The CA won't hold this one. Paladins are fighting down the villagers. And if Miguel keeps all his army around there, the Halberdier numbers won't really help either. And Miguel is hungry to get the kill here. Looks pretty sexy for him. More paladins, more traps coming as well. The castle will fall. Now a lot of idle villagers forced here by Mr. Yo. The traps doing a beautiful job from distance. Oh, but we have some traps through the center as well. Let's take a look. One castle will fall for sure. But some traps will lose their lives in exchange. But that's a lot of idle villagers now. 40 idle villagers for Yo. 30 though for Miguel as well. And Yo has to resign this one. Miguel, although he had such a bad gold, what a beautiful defense by him. And yeah, Yo with the split army there took the worst fight. And we have a series on our hand, guys. It is a 2-2 series at the moment in such an important series. Who is going down to the Silver League and who is continuing to play in the Gold League in the Deathmatch World Cup number 2. Whew, Yo called 3-1 at the start of the game too. Okay. Interesting. Market prices. No one really using it to full potential. What an intense fight through the center. Yo with the early Rams, but couldn't really do too much there. Ran into the Paladins. Rough one. Rough one. Might need to see the recorded game again to really know what happened there. And how Yo fell behind so quickly. Beautiful game for sure by Miguel. Now next up will be another quickie. Gold Rush Goth War coming up. Do you think the Tarkans were a mistake? Well, he saw so many CA. If the opponent, Miguel that is, stays on too many CA and Ram, Tarkans are better. But once Halberdiers and Paladins are mixed in, Tarkans are worse again. So yeah, Paladin might be the better option. Would you ever consider running your own tourney room? Could be really cool. The thing is, Room had a lot of good ideas, but like 1 or 2 days before we started the tournament. And yeah, I think the changes were too massive for the DM community. I think Room, like the anti-market idea was great. The Civ pool idea was great as well. And I think, yeah, we should just consult way ahead the tournament if we ever do something like this again. Do you think Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition is going to be popular as HD in the community? I think it might be more popular. At least that's my hope. What do you think, Escape you can improve? Oh boy, such a long list. But we need to jump into game number 5 now, because Capture Age is showing us the action here on Gold Rush. All the beautiful gold in the center. We will fight for that. And we will start with 5 barracks. And we'll have a lot of houses. Other side, only 3 barracks so far. And the 89% barracks is getting attacked. Oh boy, the production will take some time. I think Miguel should have the better start here. Attacks that villager as well. Won't get her. But still, that was quite some annoyance. Now goes for champions first here, Mr. Yo. Oh boy, you want to start with housecarls, guys. 6 barracks, 4 barracks here, and massive amount of siege workshops. Already a TC at the front as well. Yo should have some problems. Oh, sneaky barracks here at the side by Miguel already. Housecarls are indeed faster than champions, as you can see in the movement speed here. That's why you can raid a bit better with them. Good to know after 20 years. Field sneak off, man. Do you also know there's an upgrade in the town center that can make your villagers move faster as well? In addition to that, they even carry more resources. But maybe that's something for after 21 years. Okay, first engagement in the center is going to happen now as well. Huskarls are moving in. Scorpions are doing less damage against Huskarls as well compared to the champions, obviously. But champions cost half the gold. That's why we're mixing in those as well. Defensive castle here. Huskarls shouldn't really get too much done. Lots of patrolling. Heavily housed is Mr. Miguel. Now big engagement through the center. That's mainly Huskarls though. Shouldn't perform too well against the champions. Got a bit better against the Scorpions there. Big raid in the back, but nice stoppage by Mr. Yo. Sends the perfect amount of champions against this year. But Yo losing some control in the center. Now only 4 barracks. That might be too little. We have the 6 barracks by Miguel, and we can see his numbers are looking pretty solid. The deathmatch only tournament? Yes, it is. That's why we call it Deathmatch World Cup and not random map and some deathmatch World Cup. Mixed tournament has always failed. Can players call a restart on deathmatch? Nope, no restarts in this one. We have very long series, best of 7. And we want to have game after game. That's why we went for no restarts. Look at that, guys. They have 11k and 8k food in the bank. No one is going for any infantry. Okay, now we have 30 champions queued up. Miguel not going for any infantry at the moment. Pop 100 out of 190. Queues up 5 more Huskarls. Oh man. That's not how it works. Some more villager snipes here again. Look at that. Oh, this is a big fight, and I think champion numbers are not enough. The Scorpions in the back are doing a good job. Oh, can we stop this castle? No, it's way too high already. And, well, 40 villagers for Miguel, 30 for Mr. Yo behind this here. And we see the different approaches, right? Mass Huskarls for Miguel, mass champions for Yo. Yo will have more gold then. But Miguel, if he has the center control, should be fine with that composition. Beautiful raid at the top here. Would love to see some barracks at the bottom then as well. If he gets those sneaky ones out regardless. Okay, how many farms do we have? Oh, not the sickest number as of yet. Still 2k food in the bank. 5k for Mr. Yo. Lots of Scorpion firing here. And bombard cannons in the back, dealing some damage as well. Castle is falling. Bombard cannon, can they get solid connections? More Huskarls coming from this side. And, well, guys, we are not enjoying the laggy stuff either. But sometimes that happens. Bombard cannons sniping those traps beautifully. Most of the traps going down from Miguel as well. Game now stabilized again, and Yo is pushing forward. KD somewhat even, but as I said, bigger investment by Miguel. He could go for the more expansive units here. Defensive castles to stop potential Huskar raids, and that's a lot of siege by Mr. Yo. Military count 77 to 17. That castle will fall. Gold income will be completely non-existent. We have some gold left there, and that's it. Some wild farms. I don't see Miguel holding this one. It looks good for Yo. Shows up 25 more villagers. So Yo's eco in the long run will be better. Some more siege here for Miguel. Yo now switches to Huskarls. I think he can finish the game. But it's already looking good for him. Another aggressive castle, very aggressively here at the front. Traps are moving forward as well. Huskarls for Miguel on the field. Let's take a look if the castle goes up. I wouldn't be surprised if it does. Scorpions in the back, trying to still do some damage. Huskarls going for the snipe against the traps here. Oh god, all the scorpions dying there as well. And well, the eco at the front is getting raided now as well. Huskarls are getting mixed in. We see Yo going to over 100 villagers already, while Miguel is still stuck at 80. Now queues up some more. Overall difference is still over 40 though. Massive military advantage. Some raids here at the side. Not too much happening here. Even farming around the gold center. Something we don't see too often. Not the sickest amount of farms behind this though. Mongols get OP opening, but still not that strong Arabia Civ. Well, then it's not an OP opening. I think Mongols is a really good civilization at the moment. Have some strengths, have some weaknesses. Love them. Population is getting closer. Miguel is getting onto reasonable numbers. Has 48 farmers. Yo only at 31 here. That might be problematic. Asgard's doing a good job of raiding here as well. Scorpion numbers are falling. Miguel only behind by 15 population, but will lose a crucial castle. There are 4 raids at the top. Huskarls in the back should maybe get some stuff done as well. But no, Miguel is sending enough champions behind this. Another go here, but should be stopped by the defensive castle of Yo as well. It's my favorite civ in Arabia. Probably Malay. They feel so different. Oh, that's a bad fight for Miguel here. Didn't even get the trap. Lost all his infantry. And suddenly it's 50 to 10 military. Yeah, he's producing some. But Yo is producing as well. Now building barracks at the front as well to reinforce even faster. That goes completely stopped. And we have some more champion raids. Okay, Huskarls are now moving in. Champions should deal with that. But Scorpions will lose their lives. And oh no, Miguel spamming into the champions. Now dropping 70 population. Bombard cannons are moving forward. We're going for yet another TC, and Miguel has to tap this one out. 3-2 lead for our Chinese player. And that was an intense game. I think some flaws from both players here. But in the end, the more cost-efficient army composition by Yo with the champion and Huskarls, champion and Scorpion there, did win the game for Yo, and then he had all the gold control in the center, something that Miguel really needed. Couldn't really get onto the farmers quick enough to keep his spam going behind this. Pretty sweet game, and well, the power and the entertainment of DM shown again. Overall food income was 10k for Miguel, 7.5k for Mr. Yo. But Huskarls, just so much more expensive than champions as well. Next one will be Prairie Khmer War. Interesting. Incredibly strong elephants, incredibly strong Scorpions. Villagers can jump into houses. Prairie, completely flat map, and we're starting with 2 light cav at the start. Who was seated higher? The player on the left-hand side was seated higher. So it was Yo, seat 14, and Miguel, seat 19. So still a pretty close one. The winner of that will play against the winner of Code Hera. The Dragonstar win? Well, kind of the spoiler already here at the top. Sorry. Spec delay already started, guys. DM World Cup game after game. I thought the score wasn't updated yet? Tom, what are you doing? Okay, guys. Jumping into match point number 1 for Mr. Yo against Miguel, who needs to win the next 2 games here to, well, get into the Gold League and keep his chances alive to become Deathmatch World Champion. We can see the light calf instantly going over to the other side. Opening here with 2 stables against 4 stables. Oh boy, 6 stables here, not a single barrack being built. We're just not jumping into the house. That could be a lot of harassment. That's looking like 2 villagers down here. Oh god, this could be a very quick game. And they're even pausing. Please don't tell me they are going out of the game because it's already over. But no, we have some damage return on the other side as well, but Elephant already around here to defend some. We have the barracks to defend, siege workshop already out here, and that's 1 villager down, 2 villagers down, 3 villagers down already. Make that potentially 4 villagers down. Lightcav is running over, and indeed 4 villagers down here before the 2-minute mark. Oh god, and that's the beauty of Prairie. It's such an aggressive map, and siege workshops now coming up from Miguel. He should have the way better start. He is behind the military count simply because we have the halberdier approach from Mr. Yo, but in like 3-4 minutes Miguel should be completely out of this world. No restarts in this tournament indeed. Scorpion production started now as well. Trying to go for the defense. Villager count 9 to 6. Defensive castle, open gold here. Elephants with 23 damage, scorpions with +1 range, and the double arrows even. You can see the advantage now for Miguel here, but he isn't attacking, so isn't using it to full potential, at least yet, but that's a lot of elephants if we compare the numbers. 53 to 23 elephants. I think if Miguel just makes the go through the center, he could potentially win this one, killing all the scorpions as well. Military count 71 to 55, and that's way better army for him as well, but that's a horrible engagement. Let's go back here, Miguel, regroup, and then maybe even get the finish. 62 against 30 elephants. Even scorp numbers behind this, both players going for... Oh god, that's a sneaky TC by Miguel. That shouldn't really work out. And do we have the big engagement out through the center? It looks like yes, we will. Elephants dying on both sides. Scorpions doing so much damage from behind. Oh god, Yo is taking a horrible engagement. All the scorpions now exposed at the front. And this looks pretty good for Miguel. He's already queuing up some traps because he sees how good this engagement is going for himself. Siege workshop at the front won't really help out too much, and that is a big smash. 10 more kills so far from him, and all the scorpions are dying. Elephant numbers are not existent at all. Elephants, as you can see, 30 7 now against only 9 here, and all the army is smashed. 40 population advantage. More stuff is coming over. More scorpions. Halberdiers are now getting produced here from Mr. Yo, and we might go into game number 7, guys. 50 population lead by Miguel after that incredible start. Obviously the TC didn't go up. Grabbing some of the relics at the side, getting some more castles up as well. And we see the big go through the center. No one used the market yet. Can finally see the Saracen War indeed. First time we see game 7 in this tournament. Yep, but it's quote unquote only series 4, right? So many scorpions going down at the top here. Monk not being used. Very aggressive castle by Miguel. And traps not moving forward. I remember nearly saying that the reason the wins so often because most time OP player won and he chooses red. Counter colors are no joke. Castle number 2 might die. Villager count still 30 more for Miguel, and that's all due to the very bad opening by Mr. Yo. I think he needed to play this super defensively and just give up the map control to not die. And maybe make something happen a bit later there. But look at that battlefield, how much stuff died there. Oh god, Ballista Elephants now even mixed in. Shouldn't really add too much there. And yeah, they're simply dying. 25 population difference. 25 military difference, but now that's even higher. 35, more than double the population here. 60 to 140. Miguel is forcing the game number 7. The defense over here at the left hand side is starting to farm a bit as well. Beautiful move behind all this aggression. 150 population for him. Now blocks the main goals, but at the top just needs to make sure to preserve his scorpion numbers, and then it becomes really tricky for Mr. Yo. Oh god, those elephants are achieving nothing at the left hand side. Oh, so many more losses. Let's compare army value. 11k to 1.5k. Oh, that's not going to be too good for him. And Mr. Yo has to resign this one. 14-minute game here. Miguel just smashing on Prairie. Game number 7. Hype, guys. We will see a Saracen War coming up on Golden Pit behind this. And, well, Mr. Yo with a really ugly start. Golden Pit has water, was just asked. I hope they aren't asking me. Otherwise I will completely rage. Or is that Golden Hill? Ay. Okay. You know what that means. Going into game number 7, we will do something very special for you because you have been so nice. And it's indeed Miguel asking. Oh boy. Saracen War coming up, and the hype song is coming up as well. Game number 7, hype. Who goes into Gold League? Is it Mr. Yo or Miguel? Junkie! Hui, yo against Miguel. Golden pit. Lots of gold in the middle, but in a crater. So that hill camping is not really an option. Both will have a lot of control over that gold as well. Should be an interesting one for sure. I am seed number 5. Earlier today I gave myself 89% chance of advancing against Clemenza. Who was saying there's gonna be 4-0 for Yo? A typical Twitch shade hater. We have a lot of them. %, let's go. What is 11% in poker terms? Like 3 outer and the opponent has a redraw. Ah, something like gut shot and the opponent has, clean gut shot and the opponent has pair plus flush draw. Yeah, that would be 11% in poker terms, something like that. Who's going to cast your series? I will stream it myself. And on AOE zone, who is listed there? Demisred, Lidacore, MemTV are streaming it in English, and Silent TV in Española. It would mean that I advance every 9 to 10 series we play. Yeah, every 9 series. Where do I find the music? Exclamation mark hype song. Not understanding anything from the poker terms. No worries. Bum, 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 bum. Where do I get the link to those streamers? AOE zone. Okay, guys. Most important match for both of them potentially in this tournament, at least to this stage. And we are looking into a massive lag here. What's happening? Is it lagging on? Okay, I'm restarting Capture H. That was weird. And I can show you this behind here. Okay. So, right hand side we have Mr. Yo playing in the blue trunks, left hand side Miguel, and he's already getting the market, as we can see. Has 9k gold in the bank here. Did both players get some gold? Miguel got some, Yo got some, so both players played with the market kind of at the same time and trying to increase their upcoming camel numbers. We have 8 stable play against 8 stable play as well here. Kind of early TC, now going for the TC, the castle here, and we're fighting for the gold in the pit. Also lagging for the players, potentially. Yo's closer to the pit. Well, that's not too important, right? He isn't closer to any real gold spots. He's closer to that one. But that's not the most important thing, in my opinion. Oh god, this could be a big engagement. Yo, with the uphill fight here, this looks pretty bad for him. He needs to go back here, otherwise he will just get shreked. Oy, 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 oy. Oh god, that's a lot of losses here for Mr. Yo. Yeah, he might get one villager, but that's like 5 camels going down and eating a lot of other damage. Mr. Miguel didn't go for the quick wall there, but oh, that was a rough fight for him for sure to begin this one. And, well, how will we approach the next step now? Let's see. Yo, not moving in there with the patrol. Okay, now taking the better fight with the hill advantage. Mamelukes in the back. 2 castles firing as well. That's why Miguel is going back. Both with a similar population. Whew. This could be a really interesting game number 7 here. The Luther is not out of the tournament, but cannot contest for the top 8 spots anymore. He will have to play in the Silver League still. Some solid money on the line there, but obviously you are going for the glory of the deep run in such tournaments. TC now at the bottom instead of the top. Interesting move here. 3 castles at the top. Both players going heavily for camels. As we can see, Miguel not going for any Mamelukes. Meanwhile, Mr. Yo is adding some and is going for SO behind this as well. Miguel, he needs to go for SO as well to counter the Mamelukes. Otherwise, it's going to be tricky. 75 more camels in the queue. Has 104 on the field. Hallelujah. And how the development is looking behind this? Well, we need to see who gets more gold for sure. I would say this is a slightly better fight for Miguel. Killing the TCs there as well. No access to the main gold. Okay, we have access to the main gold here from Mr. Yo. Traps now moving forward. So many camels, and well, Miguel, he will continue to go for camels only against Yo, adding in some Mamelukes behind this as well. Now switching to Mamelukes exclusively, but is running out of gold. Is still going for some more SO. Let's take a look. Now the fight here at the left-hand side. SO are getting sniped traps as well, though. And it looks a bit better for Miguel. Pushing quite nicely, even under the castles. SO are going down, but now under the castles. Well, finally the camels are getting cleared up, but more gold control for Miguel behind this here. Tricky spot. Castles getting sniped again, both with similar populations. And I'm a bit surprised. Okay, we're fighting with... Is this... I think they're going for the wrong version. This one is completely without... relics. But well, I will let them play. Why no harps versus camels? Problem is, Saracens don't have halberdiers. They only have pikemen, and they die to Mamelukes. Mobility problems as well. Map name looks like your map though. Yeah, it's the one from Hank. It's an older version, I believe. Yeah, you could mix in like 10 pikemen or something. But I think it's not the go-to unit. Oh, Miguel. Still with more military. Will snack some villagers here at the left-hand side, but will lose a lot of his army as well. Oh, got some sniping for sure at the left-hand side here. Villagers are going down. What an even game here. Pop 89 against 90. It's tricky to be closer together. Both players with lots of wood. At the limit with gold. A bit more food for Yo, who has some farms rolling for himself, but is now running out of stone to repair that castle. 3 traps firing away, and that means the gold spot is very exposed. Trap 1 is down. Trap 2 and 3 under attack. Or that's actually trap 2, 3, and 4. Trap 2 is down now and moving forward. The 2 remaining ones. So much more gold control here for Miguel. Whew. Looks a bit better for the player who refuses to go for any Mamelukes. I'm going for some gold here. In the center, 110 population, both with similar villager numbers, military count, especially for a DM game. Kind of low from both players. SO number 1 out now for Miguel and already doing some solid damage there, flatting some villagers. More SO. Do we have a ground attack there at the left hand side? No, he wants to go for the traps. Killed. Maybe one. Is going for the second one. Yeah, he did survive there. Oh, but oh god, that could be so many dead villagers, guys. Oh, what a big shot against all those villagers trying to go to the top now, but another big volley. And oh god, how many villagers did he lose? 72 villagers already down in this game. That was massive connections. Another castle is going down. Miguel is playing a beautiful game. He is ahead by 30 population here. ATC at the front, that should never stay up. Another SO is getting sniped down. The traps protected here at the right hand side. Good SO connection after good SO connection. Indeed, the trap is dealing with that TC quite quickly. And, well, traps at the right hand side are going down now. But Miguel has to be happy with how this game is going for him at the moment. Both with very low numbers here, but, well, simply not holding this. And Yo is giving it up. He feels like he does not have enough control over the gold. I felt it is still a winnable spot for him, but losing that TC didn't really increase his chances, didn't have the greatest amount of farms, and felt like, okay, everything is getting sniped over and over again. And Miguel is going into the Gold League here. Yo will have to play from the Silver League. Oh man, what a beastly performance. 2-0 lead from Mr. Yo, and then a 3-2 lead behind this, but Miguel kept himself in the game mentally and with his units. What a strong performance by him. We can take a look at the achievements for the last game. Better KD for Miguel. Killed so many buildings there. Yo simply not having enough traps because he used his castles for the Mameluke production. And, well, more gold really carried as well. Villager count was kind of even, and massive fight after massive fight. Yo, dropping down into the Gold League. Congratulations to Miguel.